You're listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. Hello, everyone. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. Welcome to another edition of Turkish Football, Turkish Super Lig podcast. Next 15 minutes, we'll recap Week 22, and then we'll preview Week 23 coming up today, Saturday matches and also Sunday matches. Don't forget, after this nonstop football has been going on the last 15 days, and the Turkish teams will have at least 1 week rest. And they will start the week 24 on February 6th. But let's get back to what happened in the week 22nd and recap it for you. While Beşiktaş and Fenerbahçe won their match in week 22, Galatasaray lost, and Trabzonspor, Turkish Super Lig's top team, the first place team, has been losing some blood. In their last two matches, remember I mentioned to you, these non-stop matches is going to affect the top. I think the gap will close. That's what's happening right now. Even though Konyaspor has one game on the hand, because you remember Başakşehir Konyaspor match was not played because of the tragic accident, Ahmet Çalık, that had traffic accident. So that match will be playing in February. So Konyaspor has a one match, and the gap between Konyaspor and Trabzonspor is getting close. Everyone thought that Trabzonspor was going to open the gap, even with Konyaspor. In that did not happen, because let's face it, I've been saying this nonstop. Back-to-back games are hurting the teams, especially when some of the players that went to an African Cup tournament, and Wakeme is not in the team. And Trabzonspor has some injuries and some COVID problems. Even as we speak today, Fenerbahçe had two of their players with COVID cases. So, and then plus, just this week, the weather is changing in Turkey. In every city, either it's very cold and snow. As I mentioned to you that before the podcast, week 22, there was one match was postponed because of the heavy snow. This was in Gaziantep. In week 22, Gaziantepspor Malatyaspor match was postponed because of the heavy snow. They will play this match in somewhere in February too. So overall, if you look at right now, even though Trabzonspor sits on top of the Turkish Super Lig with 51 points, in the week 21 and week 22, Trabzonspor lost 4 points. They only got a point in week 22, and they earned only 1 point in week 21. That match was actually this last match in the week 22nd. They played at home and against Giresunspor. It was the Black Sea Derby. I will get to the game a little later on. But let's run down what happened in the week 22, and then we'll talk mostly about week 23 because there's a huge game coming up on Sunday. The week of the week match will be between Galatasaray and Trabzonspor. We will talk about. So let me give you the scores and results from week 22. On Tuesday, as you know, week 22 started on Tuesday, and there were 3 matches. 2 of them played. As I mentioned to you, Gaziantep Yeni Malatyaspor match was postponed. Fatih Karagümrük was at home, and Beşiktaş won this match 1-0. And Konyaspor, even though Beşiktaş won this match, Beşiktaş has a lot of problems. Because the defense didn't look good, the midfield looked bad, Beşiktaş did not play good at all. But let's face it, they are still winning the match, playing bad football. So they beat Fatih Karagümrük 1-0. In other match on Tuesday, Konyaspor at home, the second place team, beat Adana Demirspor 1-0. Konyaspor, even though they lost a huge man to a tragic accident, one of their top guys, Ahmet Çalık, they're still winning the match. On Wednesday, week 22nd, the Rizespor Antalya match. Rizespor won this match in Rize. The score was 2-1. In İzmir, Göztepe beat Sivasspor 2-1. Kayseri at home, Hikmet Karaman's team beat Emre Belözoğlu's team, Başakşehir 1-0. Kudos to Hikmet Karaman. Lately, Başakşehir, actually Kayserispor doing very good, and they're moving in the standings. And as I mentioned to you a little while ago, Trabzonspor, the first place team, tied with Giresunspor. They were losing the match. They tied the score, and they could have won. Giresunspor could have won this match. Again, in this week 22nd, there was a lot of controversial calls by the Turkish referees. It was a couple of them in this match. But I tell you one thing, Giresunspor has one of the best goalkeepers this season in the Turkish Super Lig. That keeper is loaned from Galatasaray. Galatasaray should never loan that keeper to Giresunspor. So what happened? Actually, Trabzonspor, he stopped by himself, Trabzonspor, in this match. So Trabzonspor losing another 2 points in the week 22nd is not good at all, even though they're on top of the Turkish Super Lig with 51 points. They could have opened the points way open up there, because right now in the second place team, Konyaspor, with 42 points, the gap is only 9 points. All right, actually 11 points, but Konyaspor has one game in hand. They have one extra match to play. So that is going to be a problem later on, especially if what happens this weekend. Things will get done, and then the pressure will build on Trabzonspor. And other match on Wednesday, Fenerbahçe at home. In the very last seconds of the match, they beat Altay 2-1. Altay is the worst team in the last 10 matches. They have not won any match. Altay, right now, they are right in the bottom. And they don't look good at all. They're in the 19th place and right above Yeni Malatyaspor. Yeni Malatyaspor with 15 points. So they have to wake up, but things don't look good for Altay. On Thursday, there were two matches. Alanyaspor trash Hatayspor. Remember last weekend, in the week 21, Hatayspor beat Galatasaray 4-2. How ridiculous is this? They went to Alanya. Alanya beat them 6-0. There's something wrong over there. And last match of the week 22nd, Galatasaray was at home. Galatasaray did not look good at all. Defense, midfield, as I mentioned to you in my last podcast about Galatasaray in crisis, Galatasaray is in really crisis. They lost this match. Kasımpaşa, it was a match for Kasımpaşa to earn 6 points, because not only 3 points, because Kasımpaşa, as you know, they're in the relegation zone. With this win, they brought their points to 24. They are pretty much right now right on top of the relegation zone, and they are only 3 points behind Galatasaray. Galatasaray is in 13th place with 27 points. They're in very dangers right now, Because as we go into week 23, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday and Sunday matches will be playing. Saturday, there are 5 matches. Sunday, another 5 matches will play. The match of the weekend will be playing on Sunday. Galatasaray will host Trabzonspor, the team who is in crisis. The dark days, dark clouds under Galatasaray Stadium right now. They need to wake up with the new coach. This is going to be the 3rd match. He already lost 2 of the matches ever since he came. I'm talking about Dominic Domi Torrent. I said this before. 2 wrongs doesn't make 1 right, as I mentioned to you in my last podcast. It was a wrong for Fatih Terim to let go by Galatasaray team. And let's face it, I keep saying this. We have to blame some of the blames to Fatih Terim too. The team did not perform well in the Turkish Super Lig. They were very good in the Europa League matches. But after they losing to the Turkish Cup match to the Denizlispor, the 2nd league team, losing in Istanbul in the Cup, and there are the Turkish Cup, that's when the Fatih Terim was sacked. I knew then they were going to sack him. But there was a wrong to sack him that day. They should have waited at least end of the season, because let's face it, Dominic Torrent, Domi Torrent, doesn't know much about Turkey, Turkish players, and Turkish culture. In this shorter time, and no one probably told him that when he came to the team that you're going to play 3 matches in 16 days. This is what happened. Week 21, week 22, week 23, which he's going to play on Sunday, all in less than 15 days. He's doing it. If he loses this match on Sunday, you better make sure that Galatasaray team is locked somewhere, because the fans are outrageous. They're very upset, and in losing to Trabzonspor, things are not going to be good for. So they must win this match at home. Week 23 will start on, like I said, Saturday. Malatyaspor will host Beşiktaş, and Antalya will be at home against Gaziantep. Adana Demirspor will host Fatih Karagümrük. Sivasspor will host Fenerbahçe, another good match. This should be a very interesting match. Başakşehir will be at home against Göztepe. On Sunday, Kasımpaşa will host Kayserispor. Hatayspor will be at home against Rize. Giresun will be at home against Alanyaspor. And Altay will be at home against 2nd place team Konyaspor. And the last match of the week 23, Galatasaray versus Trabzonspor. This is the match. It is must win for Galatasaray mostly. If Galatasaray wins, it's going to help Konyaspor, and it's going to help for themselves, because at the point, right now, they're in the 13th place with 27 points. At least they will get to 30 points, and they will be somewhere around 10th or 11th place. So it is a huge match for both teams, Galatasaray and Trabzonspor. So this has got to be the match of the weekend. Stay tuned for Sunday to listen or watch this match, because it is do or die match for Galatasaray. Thanks for listening to my podcast. Listen to my podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. My name is Ahmet Bob Turgut. See you next time. Like I said, week 24 will start in February 6th, and the Turkish Cup games coming up in the first week of the January. See you next time. Bye-bye.